Hello, welcome back to Bash Beauty TV. Today's tutorial covers my everyday gym makeup look. So jumping right in, I like to get started with Bare Minerals foundation. I do like to start with that because I will be sweating, and this helps to provide a nice oil-free base. So I'm using the matte formula, of course, and this is in the shade Tan. And what you want to do is just keep buffing it into the skin. I do have some pigmentation that I would like to cover it up, so I am using a little bit more than I guess I normally would if I was to use this as a legit primer and cover with foundation. But in this instance, since it's just the gym, I will only be using this foundation. So the more you buff it in, the better it'll blend, the more airbrush finish that you'll have. So don't be afraid to add a little bit more product as needed. Concentrate on certain areas that you want better coverage. So here I'm just using an It Cosmetic large fluffy brush all over just to blend any pieces or areas I may have missed. Moving on to the brows, I'll be using the Anastasia number 12 eyebrow brush with dip brow pomade in shade soft brown. You want to make sure that you brush all the hairs in the same direction so that you know exactly what you're working with and what areas you like to fill and conceal. So I like to warm the product up by applying it to the back of my hand. It makes for a convenient palette, and like I said, it warms the product up and makes spreadability, usability a lot better. What I like to do is outline the eyebrow area first, bottom, do a little fill, and then chisel at the top. So here I am just smoothing out a little area that I might have applied a little bit too much product onto. As long as you get to it immediately, it's a lot easier to clean up, and don't feel too pressured to make it perfect the first go round because you always can go through and carve out and perfect the brow with the concealer. So the size of this brush is really convenient because it allows you to create that little faded area at the front of the brow simply by turning it to the side. It's the perfect size and shape, at least for my brows. So we're going to speed this up a bit. It's the same thing for the other eyebrow, but a close-up look. Same thing here. If you make a mess, just wipe it with your finger. You can always go back and clean it up later. And after we fill, we're going to blend and then work our way from the outer brow towards the inner brow. This is a super natural brow look for me. I could spend up to 15 minutes, just perfecting my brows, but I'm going to the gym, so, there's no point in taking an hour to get ready when, you're going to sweat. And the dip brow is going to stay put, so that's awesome. But It's just not worth the hassle. Okay, so to shape out those brows and to clean up any imperfection, I'm using the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. This is a very creamy, very thick Stay Put concealer. You could water it down if you feel like it's a little bit too heavy for you, but I'm only using it in certain places, so it's fine. When it's time for me to conceal my brows, I always make sure I have a very densely packed, very curvy eyeshadow brush. For this motion of cleaning up the underbrow, it just makes it really easy. I was using a flat brush or just cleaning out the um, brow brush that I used before, but this made it way easier. So you never want to use concealer just 3, 4, 5 shades lighter than your skin. This one is really close to my skin tone, and if you notice, I'm applying most of the product under the brow and then just kind of using what's left to chisel out the top and the tail. But I definitely concentrate most of the product towards the highest point of the arch, towards the end of the brow, and then the tail, and work my way towards the inside. You could even use it to fade the inner corners of the brow as well. Okay, so back to that It Cosmetics large blending brush to make sure that there's no obvious concealer lines or anything. So here's the final look. Thanks for watching Bash Beauty TV. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see you soon.